These are like my go-to tricks that I just keep in my fanny pack when I'm doing Christmas decorating.
And then we wanted to tell you one of our best sellers and I think favorite little small decorating tricks is the tassels. And I just think this is such a classic trick. You'll have these your whole life. Your kids will fight over them. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Dear Alice. Today is our holiday edition.
Da-da-da.
Cue the Rockettes, Sue Hall.
I know. It's beginning to look a lot
There it is.
like Christmas.
Well, the holiday collection went live on the website on Monday. It's only 3 days in the making. Today's Thursday. So if you haven't checked it out yet, go check it out. It's going to sell out fast. I hope you're listening to this not 2 weeks late.
Yeah.
Because holiday is just one of those things that is so exciting and fun. And for whatever reason, last year we launched about the same time.
Yeah.
And it evaporated before our party.
It always does.
This year we doubled down on it, and we are going to take you guys behind the scenes and show you all of our inspiration for this year's holiday. I am particularly really excited about it. Yeah.
So juiced.
The colors, the feels, the textures, we really tuned into. Well, we'll show you some of the inspo. But we wanted to take you behind the scenes because, as you know, you're our closest friends. Yeah. And just tell you what's up our sleeve for this season.
Yes, is your Christmas up?
No, not yet. I wait till after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I just want to know.
What about you? You wait till also you're a fresh tree.
I'm a fresh tree, but my mantle's up.
Yes.
I get my mantle up so I can start enjoying that. Like,
you know what? Yeah. I'm going to do that.
Yeah,
I'm going to march home and put it on this weekend.
We're working, ladies. So there's only so many hours in the day. And like my Saturday's not going to be completely evaporated by Christmas.
You can't do it all on one day.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen.
What do you expect?
You have permission to do a little bit at a time. Get
Stages.
your mantles up this weekend.
Yeah. So getting into it, I feel like you guys nailed the vibe.
Thank you.
Tell the people like where you got the inspiration from.
Yes, definitely. So we're going to show you some slides right now. We tapped into, we always are looking at runway just because we want to see what fashion is showing. I feel like this holds hands really tightly with interiors. Yep. And once again, red, oxbloods, persimmons. This was really true for runway. And shades of blue. We're seeing a lot of suede.
We're introducing some cool tones back in.
Yes,
but in a warm way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to share behind the scenes that's what we tap into to know and just to feel. I think it's very much a feeling what we're in the mood for. So these were some of the slides that we pulled for our holiday board 2025. And where we're using the color is going to be in ribbons. So we'll show you that palette. But then I also want you to clue into this top right side. You can see the pearl necklace. This is the runway show. The amount of pearls, the runway show for Chanel, the amount of pearls we saw on that show was bananas. They were everywhere. And so we're bringing in these really great pearl garlands for the tree, which is like such a North Star for us. I love this. And we have a lot of really fun concepts. In fact, you can probably see behind me and Sue's, we are sharing some of our Pinterest board with you. So hopefully you can feel that through this if you're watching it on YouTube or on Spotify. This is a visual feast. So I hope you guys are tuning in. And by the way, you can shop the collection at alicelanehome.com. So how we're going to use these are more of our favorite concepts from our Pinterest boards. So you can see the big chandelier in the middle is just draped in ribbons. We love this trick. Mm-hmm. We've seen people do, I feel more like the more formal East Coast vibe is taking your ribbons and tying bows.
Very White House.
Very White House, yes. Or with your ribbons, you don't have to tie the bow. You can just drape it over your chandelier arms. You can tie the ends in a knot if you want. Occasionally, don't do it on every one of them. You can do this in satin ribbon or in velvet ribbons or a combination of the two. And then obviously your wreaths. You're just going to be draping in ribbons. You can tie some in bows, some just drape. But I think more is more is kind of the vibe.
Amen. And I'm going to say this real fast. I feel like the loose, like just the ribbon draping, I'm going to call it West Coast. I'm going to call it a relaxed West Coast ribbon trick versus like a tied up East Coast, like tied in a bow perfectly.
It's like our
adorned
interpretation.
No, it's just like, I got to go to the beach. So I'm just going to toss this real quick. Peace out.
And speaking of,
that's awesome.
Also speaking of this, it's giving fringe. Like, you know how runway was all about those leather jackets with the fringes? Yes. I've seen it done with the wool coats, brown wool with the fringe coming off the arms across the back, almost making like a wing, you know, and then I've even seen it go down the edge. So I do feel very like Westerner about this and more casual, but it still is like such a vibe. It's so full and feels fully dialed in.
It's a fresh traditional.
Yeah. Here's the good news, you guys, about ribbon. We manufactured our own ribbon last year. It's very affordable. It's like in the $20 range for 25 yards of velvet ribbon. You can do your entire chandelier with one of these bowls. This whole trick could be like $25, which is insane. Crazy. It's also a great gift to give somebody a spool of ribbon and say, happy holidays, because then somebody could do a chandelier, or they could tie up all their Christmas packages with it, or they could use it in their tree. And it's cheap and cheerful, but it's sophisticated because it's velvet. I think this is going to be like one of the hot sellers. Last year we
sold out.
Well, not just sold out. We sold out in both colorways in less than 2 weeks, and we didn't even make it to our holiday party at the beginning of November, and we had no ribbon left. Yeah. And ribbon was draped on all the chandeliers, and we had nothing to give. And it looked so good on all the trees, and people started buying strands off the trees, and they bought the strands of ribbon off the chandeliers. So we doubled down on ribbon this year.
I was one of those, P.S.
Who was?
They were gone. So I bought strands. Yeah.
You guys, everybody within the sound of my voice.
We get the leftovers, guys. So
you need to buy the ribbon today while we have it. We have 3 shades of red because we really, really believe in the reds this year. And you can see behind me, there's this coat. Sue, will you point to it? And it's like 3 shades of red.
So good.
It looks so good together. And even the chandelier in the middle of the slide right now is several shades of the same color.
It's like raspberry and orange and peach and red. And it's just all the best.
So we have a couple widths of like a true red. We've got a thinner one of a more Merlot color. And then we have this really skinny, almost highlighter red.
Love this
which is so cute to tie it on top of packages or to get in the mix. Just, I think the varying widths and the varying colors of red is such a vibe.
That combination is just so good.
So good.
That is such a well-dressed situation. I love that so much.
Yeah. So your ribbons. One other thing on this slide, you can see we've got these beautiful silver balls. We have those this year for you. I'm going to show you what we've manufactured.
What have you been up to, Jess? Show us.
I know. Well, Cori too.
And Cori.
He had to find these in the world for us when we started showing him our vibes. So this is a beautiful silver ball ornament, and it looks like it's sprinkled in ice. And then it has this really pretty tandoori spice colored velvet ribbon. That's Susan's
color astrology.
Susan's color astrology. It kind of looks like suede almost that it's hanging from. If you wanted to, you could easily slide out the ribbons and use any of these velvet ribbons that we have, which would be so pretty. Like for instance, this suede color of velvet ribbon that's about 3/4 of an inch thick, that through here with a bow on it would be so pretty. And then we also are offering an egg shape in the silver ornament, also with that tandoori spice velvet on it. Just so classic. Also, you know what's beautiful is just a pile of these in a bowl on a cocktail table.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, silver ornaments. Like, when would you ever be tired of that?
Beautiful.
I know. I love that. I just want to get to everything on our vibe board. I know. Yeah. Do you have any tips or tricks on wreaths, Sue, or chandeliers or ribbons?
Yeah, I'll say I think on any wreath I've ever done, I do wire it just so I'm like, you can actually tie the ribbon around depending on the thickness of like how full your greenery is on your wreath. But a lot of times I'll figure out my bow or my tie, and then I'll just take this like green, we're showing on the screen. These are like my go-to tricks that I just keep in my fanny pack when I'm doing Christmas decorating. You need to get the green floral wire, some little wire snips, and I use the little cup hooks that are on the screen for my mantle, and I'll tell you about that in a second. But for ribbon, I just think you just like take it through the knot, and then you tie just wire to the wreath, and that way you can get like all the fullness. You get the actual drape that you want. I just think it's the prettiest way to like ensure it looks good.
So the ribbon is tied to the wire, not to the, okay.
I figure out my bow or my knot, and then I just like whip that little wire through, and then I just wire that to that. And it's green, garland, so it just like gets along with your green wreath. And like nobody knows, but they're just like, how on earth is that styled so lovely? That is how, and that's how I do my mantles and any ribbons I do on my tree. Unless I'm just doing the drape, then I'm just like relaxed and cool. But for things that I want the bow to stand proud of, and like kids are moving the door back and forth, and it just like ensures like perfect placement.
Yeah, that's awesome. Great tip.
I think you guys know by now, because you're best friends with all of us, that Susan Hall has 3 boys. So that's why she's wiring everything down.
Welding them. Yep.
She has a soccer team. So yeah, if she wants mommy's toys.
I have an ADD soccer team with all the ADD tribe.
Yes. So if she wants things to stay nice, then she's going to wire those suckers down so they stay forever. Yeah. Good tip, Sue.
Yep. Okay.
So more about ribbons. This was from our last year holiday.
I want to go to that party.
Showroom. I know, so pretty. So other things you can do with ribbon is you can tie them around your crystal candlesticks and put these on your dining table or your kitchen table. It looked so pretty, and you can even hang a little ornament from it. So you can see on screen we actually manufacture these little ornaments that look like pieces of candy. And these are fun on the table. You could cut the little string off if you wanted, put them on a folded napkin if you're having a fancy dinner, or cluster them and hang them. You can actually loop it right down on your candle, and then it hangs over the edge of your crystal candlestick.
So pretty.
So
also
pretty.
in a little shallow bowl, like having a few of those.
So cute. Yeah, or on your entry table.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the little, and just hanging from the tree too. The kids love it, and it feels nostalgic. You know, little pieces of hand blown candy. Love those.
That.
Pearls.
Let's
Should we
get
talk about
to
pearls?
It. Yep.
Pearls have always been a classic. You can see these are a few shots from the Chanel runway. And then an image on the left and on the right are ones that we've just loved forever on Pinterest. Mm-hmm. So you can get the pearl garlands. They come in 2 sizes. Buy both. This is the small, and then the large is just slightly larger. And I think the varying sizes look so great together.
The pearl itself, the pearl bead is larger.
Yeah.
They're both the same length.
Yeah, and the coloring is really, really pearly.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just bright white. They don't look like cheap pearls from Walmart or something. These look really fantastic. They're warmer. And then we put 1 gold ring on one end, and we didn't do a ring on the other so that you could drape it. If you see on the wreath on the right image, you can see how those pearl strands drape off the edge, just ever so happenstance, kind of loose and sexy and not too tied up. This gives you that opportunity to do it. So you can secure it on one end. You could even wire it on, and you can probably wire it in a few places if you wanted to. This same trick is going to be amazing on your mantles. You're going to string these all over sort of wildly, or you can do it more like the tree where you're really draping them so that you can get that effect that's a little bit more formal, a little more White House. So however you take your pearls, we've got your pearl strands for you.
I love that. One thing with garlands, like, should we talk about just the anatomy of a tree and how we dress the tree a little bit?
Let's do it.
Let's do that. Okay, so when you have your tree, you're just like, what do I start with? What as far as priority and order? We like to start with like the ornaments, the largest ornaments that are going to be like near the trunk. So deeper into the tree, just so you can like get that base layer all good, like that very columnar moment. And then like, I think our girls on the floor that do all the styling, they agree. I think garlands go next.
Yes.
And so
I don't know if you guys currently do this, but it's a trick that we love. If you get some really big ornaments, we've had like 6-inch, 10-inch even, big globe balls, we shove those into the trunk. We don't even have to hang them because they're so secured in between the branches. We just shove them in so you can't even see that. And then you see these orbs all in there, and maybe they're metallic, maybe they've got a texture, but we put our biggest ornaments in at the trunk. And then like Suze is saying, out on the very end of the tree, which sounds counterintuitive, we hang garland second because we don't want that garland draping in front of all of our ornaments. So we drape all of our pearls in this case, and then at the end we go in and we hang our ornaments that are kind of dodging and weaving past the garlands. So that's the order we like to do it in.
Do you guys know Thoroughly Modern Millie? Does that mean anything to you?
Yes.
Where the pearl, like in the 20s, like she was always worried that her pearls weren't laying straight because she was voluminous and busty. So it's kind of the same thing. You just want your pearls to kind of like lay straight, and you can see in these concept images how like those are just like draping perfectly. And obviously the image on the left, like that is a full bodied pearl tree. Like they really went heavy on it, which is amazing. So, and I do think it's prettiest when they are kind of strung closely together and they're draping instead of just like one solo one. Yeah. I think that's so discouraging when you do get home and you just bought some Christmas stuff and you didn't buy enough. Yes. I would like over order wherever you're getting your Christmas decorations. And you're not going to be sad because like some years you'll be thinner, but a lot of years you're going to want the options to have more.
I agree.
And then if they like break over the years too, you know what I mean? Like then you have extras.
Your boys like lasso them or something.
Yeah. And if you order too many for the tree, you're going to just put them on your front door and do the pearls on your front door.
Or my garland on my stairs.
Or your mantle. Yeah. You'll be so happy that you have them.
Suze, before we started recording, you were telling me about your bubble cuddle blanket from Cozy Earth. Let's tell the people about it.
Okay, I want to shout it from the rooftops. I love this thing so much. The bubble cuddle blanket is the best faux fur blanket out there. I know because my family all has versions of all the other ones and they look like flat tires, but the bubble cuddle has a structured grid that's quilted on the front and the back, and it is so soft. And I don't mind having it out on my sofa with all my other beautiful curated things because it's that lovely. And I say it is cozier than all the others. So I love my bubble cuddle.
So if you want to get a bubble cuddle blanket or any of the amazing products that Cozy Earth offers, head to cozyearth.com and use our code DearAlice for up to 20% off. That's cozyearth.com, code DearAlice. And if you get a post-purchase survey, make sure to let them know you heard about Cozy Earth right here. Because home isn't just where you live, it's how you feel. Let's go home with Cozy Earth.
All right, ornaments. So one of the tricks that we learned from ourselves last year, we had ordered in so many ornaments, 3 unique different trees worth. And our favorite thing and the thing to go the very fastest was these hand-blown glass ornament balls. And I just think this is such a classic trick. You'll have these your whole life. Your kids will fight over them. So we went about manufacturing our own, and these are beautiful. They have like a kind of a spiral turn in the hand-blown glass. So there's a texture, almost a spinning ribbed texture to it on the interior. They're smooth on the outside, and they're just barely smoked, so they feel just slightly aged. And so these will be available. And then we also have colored orbs in this sort of aged red color, and then in an aged kind of Hermesy orange color too. And I think the combination of these two on the same tree would be lovely, or you could stick to one or the other. These were the things I was so sad about because they sold out in less than 2 weeks. So we're like, let's just make our own and get tons of them. So these will be available.
These. We both we're so in love.
This is our year.
Yeah, this is our year, guys.
Totally. And they come in 2 sizes. Yeah. Maybe these folks online are going to buy them out and we'll go to get them and they'll be gone again. Anyway, just so classic, right? How about that?
Remind me of like a pomegranate, even though it's not like that burnt color, but the shape of it just like feels just so nostalgic. I just really love these so much. And what you can't see right now is like twinkle lights glowing around them. When these and this glass orb have twinkle lights like from the tree shining in and through them, that's when magic happens. That is when like the reindeer like sprinkle their little dust on all the children. And there's just nothing prettier than glass and that reflection. And knowing that it's real glass. I think we all, and there are seasons. I have kids and stuff, so there's seasons for non-breakables. But this is what we dream of, and we do. I do. I go tap and see if like it's a real glass ornament or if it's plastic. So.
My kids are a testament that the plastic ones can be smashed too.
Yeah.
So
sure.
yeah. So.
I love
your poison.
Yeah.
Totally. Or do what Sue does and wire them on.
There you go.
Yeah.
Try to get those.
I know.
And here's what I'll say. I mean, even if you're not doing these ornaments, I think varying your sizes on the ends is going to make it really interesting. You don't want to just always use a 4-inch round, right? Being able to jump to a 3-inch or a 5-inch and varying those different sizes is going to bring the magic.
Just give it some dimension too. Yeah.
Totally.
What was our rule too? Like I always go heavy on the quantity.
Okay. So here's the rule.
Go.
So we had a podcast released 2 years ago, this same time. Rachel Folkman.
Still very applicable if you want to go back and listen to that.
Yes, that was one of the top listened to podcasts last year. So Rachel's rule was for every foot that your tree is, so let's say that you're doing a 9-foot tree, you're going to buy 9 variety of ornaments, right?
Yep.
And then you're going to get 9 of each of those ornaments, right?
Yep.
If you're a 10-foot tree, you're going to get 10 variety and you're going to get 10 of everything. And then, but she said I would over-index for that because 1 or 2 are going to break. Or over the years are going to break. So maybe you're going to go 12 or 13 instead of 10. So then that way for sure you've got it. That was her rule.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people go up and they'll be like, oh, I don't know. How many should I buy? Like 3, 4? And you're like, you should not be coming to the cash wrap with any less than 8 if you have an 8-foot tree.
Yep.
But really, truly, like everybody should probably buy at least 10.
I'm like going to say a dozen.
Yeah.
I like to overbuy.
Yeah. And then there's
Like
some little beautiful little brass bells here. And we went about working with our team in India to manufacture this beautiful brass bell. And it's almost kind of like a Christmas tree shape. It's triangular. It's got this cool etched texture to it. I think this would be a beautiful gift. Also really pretty wrapped on your door or a couple on a wreath. or on your balustrades.
Your newel posts, I think are beautiful.
I think I'd buy 3 for my newel post and then hang them at just slightly different heights with velvet ribbon with your green garland would be pretty. Or on the ends of your mantle. You know how you swag on the end? Or you could even just put bells on one end, on like the right end. You know how the eye reads left to right? So usually you go big on the right. Is that how you do it too?
Yeah.
That's how my brain works.
Provo grandma, my mother, Provo grandma, she, you always know when her Christmas is up because you open the door and the bells ring, like on her doorbell. So there is something so nostalgic about opening up a door and like the bells just jingling. You're just like,
yes,
we commence.
Have that
seriously.
The your thing. Yes, I love it. And then we wanted to tell you one of our best sellers and I think favorite little small decorating tricks is the tassel. So in spring, we launched the ivory key tassel. And for holiday, we wanted to launch a gold tassel. So it's here. Yes, it has launched. And this is it. I love it when you can hang this gold tassel on your tree like an ornament. So you could get like a handful of these because they're small. I'd probably get like 12 or 15 and just hang these on the tree. Or you could wrap these on your package.
Say on a present. That would
for
be
a
the
girlfriend,
best,
right?
Best gift.
Or you can, I don't know, you can just use it in your decorating, hang it on a knob in your entryway or whatever. I just think there's gonna be a million uses.
I'm like, I kind of want to swap it out for this for my lamp, like just on the toggle of the lamp on one that you use often.
Have a holiday
really cute, and it just kind of is like dripping over the edge.
I love it. And then put this on the candlestick and show them how cute it is the way you had it.
Gosh, I will. Thank you.
So you can even wrap this around your candle and have one of these draping down. One
other hot tip when you had the candle image a few slides ago was how great the candles were. They weren't just like plain bright white candles. Those were darling. Will you give the people the tips on that? Yes. I love
like
that
spiral
little
ones.
Twist.
Yeah. So you're going to want to vary your candles. And this is going to really make it feel like a party. So we found, you can find these on Etsy or World Market or
even Amazon.
Amazon had some. They had some really cute striped ones that we got this year that are like gold and white. Gold is in like ochre and off-white striped. Pretty. It feels so festive and like a party. And so do vary up your candles if you're going to be throwing a party this year. Even if it's just for family, you're going to get so much credit.
Kind of reminds me of the party poppers.
Yeah,
you know.
Totally.
Anyway, it's just like it's a good time for a good time.
Energy. It feels like a celebration. We have stems. I think we're kind of known for having great stems at Alice Lane because we sell so many big jars and people need something to put in them. With winter, you can't really forage branches in Utah anyway because everything's dead and they're just dry twigs at this point. So we have the most beautiful greenery to be able to put in your jars. And I'm going to give you the magic number on how many stems. It's like that one. I'm going to tell you how many licks it takes to get to the middle of the Tootsie Pop. Yeah. So we're going to tell you how many stems to put in your jar. So you can see on screen, we've got like this really big, huge white ginger jar. We use 24 to 32 stems in that. So I always feel bad for people, like if they're at the Michael's craft store or something and they're like carrying 5 stems up, it's just not going to do.
What are you going to do with those? And then you're going
to need to go back to the store. So I'm just telling you right now, on those big ginger jars, if you have blue and white jars at home or something to that effect, you know the size I'm talking about, you take the lid off, you're going to need at least 24 stems. So I wanted you guys to know that wherever you're buying stems at this season, if it happens to be from us, that's been our magic number. And Cori, will you show them the stems that we've got this year?
Yes. While he's pulling that out, there's nothing prettier than like a bowl of citrus on the island, like grapefruit, oranges. A hot tip too, if you go to like, I don't know if there's like we have a little, it's called Rancho Market near us, and it's a Mexican market, and they have like all the stems and leaves on the oranges. So it's like the ultimate. Anyway, side note, back to stems.
Oh,
take it away.
I do love that. If you are having a party though, the Rancho Market with the orange with the green leaves still attached looks so great.
Yeah, it looks like you just took it from your backyard.
Yes. So we're offering 2 stems, and these are just kind of like a winter, evergreen stem. And you're going to bend them down when you get them home and make them look really natural. And I think the combination of the two looks really good. One has, one's a little bit darker green, one has verdigris of a little bit lighter greens in it. And that combination is just going to look so lifelike.
Really pretty.
These are really generous, and you're going to bend them really heavy down. So they just look laden down with weight and heaviness. Yeah, it's going to make them look really real and not too hyper. Yeah.
So let's say we're getting like 26 stems.
Yep.
How are you splitting that between the two different colors? Like a third of the lighter ones?
That's interesting. Yeah, totally. You could. The darker green one is a little bit larger. So you could index for a few less of these and a few more of these. Mm. So if we're getting 26, then what would that be?
Maybe like a 10, 16.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yep. 10 of the large and 16 of the smaller. Mm-hmm. I like that a lot. Yeah.
Cool.
Pretty.
So that's what the stems look like out of the jar, but we wanted to show you that image of them all in a jar.
We also have this cedary
yes.
one.
Suzanne, tell the people your favorite trick to do with stems.
I'm gonna give it to you.
Okay. I love these specifically on mantles. I love mixing in a cedar into my other, just because there's something I don't know if it's, again, it might be the nostalgic or something, but I just love the drip of a cedar branch with my regular pine garland. I think it's so pretty.
So much like hair extensions, ladies.
Yes. That's what I compared it to.
You know how you're going to go get your big updo done and how they're going to just put in a few extensions to add volume and fullness. So that is what we're going to do. So you're going to put your normal green garlands in, and then you're going to get these cedar garlands like Sue has, or you can even get a few of these, and you're going to just thread those in. These are the hair extension of garlands. Yep. You're going to thread these in to get fullness sort of toward the ends of it and make it a little bit irregular. Yeah. It also makes it feel more lifelike.
I know. And it can be, again, asymmetrical. One side can be kind of doing its own wispy thing. It'll feel more natural because there is no perfect tree that's going to be equal all the way. So you want it to feel a little bit wild.
Yep. Guys, I can't even tell you what a good tip that is. It took me probably we've owned our store for 17 years. It probably took me at year 15 to know that trick. Yeah. It's such a good one.
Extensions for the win.
The weave in the hair extensions. Yeah. Yep. It's such a winner. I'm so excited for you guys to know that. Yes. Yeah. Do it this year. Yeah. Okay. Don't tell anyone. You're going to get so much credit. Yeah.
Just be like, yes, it's let's us a live garland. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk wreaths. So there's the front door wreath that we are all expecting, but then there are the accessory wreaths. Yes. Tell people your favorite place to put the wreaths, the small wreaths.
It's a tale as old as time. I love them on the back of a dining table or dining chair. I think there's nothing more lovely, especially when you're hosting a dinner, than to see them, especially for a holiday dinner. Mm-hmm. They're all adorned with a wreath on the back, tied with a ribbon, and just ready to welcome and accept a person. I just think there's nothing more darling, and to feel all that greenery happening there with your crystal candlesticks and your candies and your placemats and all your dishes. Anyway, I love them on the back of a dining chair with a velvet ribbon.
Yeah. And that's my favorite. I think a little T-pin, just pushing that down in by the welt of the chair is a really great way to secure it. Is that what you do, or do you safety pin?
No, and I've had clients too that they don't have an upholstery. They just have a wooden or something. Oh, yeah. And then you can just tie it. Tied, if you are upholstered though, the T-pin's amazing.
So would that be pinned to the seat back?
Yeah, it's usually to the back, and where the welt's kind of chasing that back medallion or circular back. Yeah.
Love it.
This was a little wreath we had last year, and it's nice because it's really soft to the touch. So if anybody does come in contact with it, it's not dry or spiky or wiry feeling. Mm-hmm. It's really comfortable, and it's not going to ruin your beautiful fabrics of your dining chairs. These also make really great gifts. I know my mom gave these to each of her neighbors last year. And then you can hang it, on the door of an armoire, or hang it on a mirror in a hallway. Oh. Yeah, there's so many little uses for a cute little wreath like this.
Let's just shout out the little mini pine cones. I will say that if there is a greenery that has some of these little adornments on it, it feels so much more real. Yeah. And just, I don't know, it feels more expensive. It looks more expensive. It feels more real. Mm-hmm. Anyway, look for that. That's why we have that on ours.
And some folks like to lay this on the table as well, and then, put a bowl in it, and you could put your salad, or you could do your silver ornaments if it's just sitting there and you're not using your dining table. So that's also a really fun decorating trick with a small wreath. So
a mirror. I just love the mirror.
Right? Yes. I know. I love a mirror too.
If you have a mirror and that doesn't have a wreath on it for Christmas, what are you doing? Get a wreath on there.
What are you doing?
Come on.
I love it.
Okay,
this year we have a Petite tree. I know this is a great trick for your entryway. If this is on your console, lovely. On your kitchen island, you can string real cranberries if you want to. You could dry oranges.
Extra.
Yeah, you know how you slice oranges and dry them in the oven and tie those on. But this is just a really cute.
Every year I tell myself I'm going to do that.
this is your year.
Yeah.
I haven't done it yet, but
think so?
I want to do it too.
We'll do it together.
Very busy.
Let you know how that goes.
Doing it.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just, I mean, it's cute naked. I also yesterday I strung it with the pearl garland and it looked really
So
sweet.
darling.
So if you have an entry console or center hall table or kitchen island, or this could be in a kid's room in their bedroom.
That's
you
where
can
my
string
kids
it
want
with
it.
white lights.
Yeah.
Again, really comfortable to touch. And yeah, it's just been a favorite. These disappeared so fast. So we got lots this year.
I do love them in this oversized like planter.
Cori, put it here on the table. Show
I
the
love the droop. Again, a lot of times you'll put this in like, this like diameter of the little pot that it comes in. I'm going to put it in a pot that size, which is fine. But you'll see more of that stem, but it feels like more real.
Yeah.
When you do it like that and it just kind of drips over in a kind of Dr. Seussical way. I love that.
Those of you that are watching, we just popped this in our Agnes jar. So that's a really nice size. But if you've got something at home, you might just need the tree and just pop it in there. Really affordable. Kids love it. Again, it's soft and really comfortable.
Not going to poke anyone's eyes out.
Yeah, and it won't dry up and make a mess. So anyway, that's another really great one.
Can't wait to string our cranberries.
I know. So fun.
And dryer.
The crystal candlesticks are fantastic year round, but especially this time of year. They just bring that sort of transparency to holiday, a glossiness, if you will. Yeah. And we just launched a few weeks ago in the new Modern Heirlooms collection, a new crystal candlestick, where this one is just really columnar, very simple. And I think will also look great with velvet ribbon,
it's ready to be adorned,
candy on it, or we have the faceted ones that you guys all have come to know and love.
And they look good together. Like the more the merrier when it comes to crystal candles, like on mantles, on your tablescapes, on your, honestly.
I love it anywhere. On my I have a pair on my cocktail table.
There's nothing more like
so chic.
Like, who are you?
I know. I'm Gloria Vanderbilt. Thank you for asking.
Gosh.
Is there a rule to like how many candlesticks? Just like
more is more and less is a bore.
Okay.
I mean, usually in styling, we love an odd number, but if you're clustering this in with the faceted one, you can't even tell how many are on the table if that's an odd or even number. The varying heights are really good. This pair comes as a set, or you can buy them individual.
You can buy it, yeah.
And they're the same height. So if you do want that clustered look, getting a set of the faceted ones, the crystal candlesticks is what they're called, and these are called the columnar. They mix in really cool together, or use a pair of these in one room and those in the dining room. You're gonna love crystal candlesticks, ladies. We're in our crystal candlestick era.
We're in your era.
That is what I'm here to tell you.
Okay.
I can't get enough.
I know. Okay, all y'all movie goers, when you go sit down at the cinema, they have like the little ad that fills up the cup with the ice.
Yeah,
and then it pops open that Coke and it pours it on. There's like
the
not
sound
more
alone.
gratifying.
We all can hear it in our minds right
more
now.
gratifying. You're like, I need one stat or I'm gonna lose it.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, but that same like glossiness, when you see that like crystal, the wetness, like amidst everything, like all is right. Can you imagine a flat Coke? No ice. Why would you do a table without a crystal candlestick?
Your holiday scenes
really
need
silly.
Ice, and this is how we're getting that look is through crystal. Yes. And you're getting height, and you're getting faceted light bouncing around, and it just brings the magic.
It does.
So your tables and your mantle will thank you.
Also, I wouldn't be sad if someone gifted me crystal candlesticks.
No, me neither. I would love it. Okay, honorable mention.
Yes.
We just launched Modern Heirlooms a few weeks ago, and this year's curiosity for our Curiosity collection is the brass angel wing. I am holding this up for those of you that are watching it right now. So we're so in love with this piece. It is the most beautiful wing. It's got a really beautiful curve to it. It's going to sit atop a pile of books on your cocktail table. If you're one that likes to open your books up on a book cradle, this little wing is going to curve really beautifully down inside that spine of the book and just rest there. And it just gives sort of a spiritual note, or I don't know, at Christmas we love angels. We think about kids dressing up as angels in the school play and singing with their crooked halos. And I just love this imagery so much. I think this is a great gift to give if somebody's lost a loved one, or if you watch over them, if you're their godmother or whatever. I just think this could have so much symbolic meaning and bring a lot of depth to holiday. So also just pretty as just an ornament for a table.
Not to put you guys on the spot because it's not on our outline, but like scents. That's what are your favorite like go-to scents for holiday?
Yeah, we have one from Trudon called Gabriel. That's a bestseller for them. I also love Faux de Bois from LAFCO.
Yeah.
That's really lovely. Another favorite candle is called Big Sky, and it's from LAFCO. We sell this online. It's kind of in this hand-blown vessel that's brown tortoise. Love that one. Yeah, and then there's one that everybody loves and it always sells out during our holiday party, and it's from Yes, Valespa, and it's the
peppercorn.
Yes. Yep.
They had replaced, there was a branch vermeil. They don't have that anymore, but they replaced it with peppercorn.
And it's just a beautiful winter scent. And it's called silver birch peppercorn, and it's in a mercury glass vessel with a lid, comes in lots of sizes. The big one looks great in our large crystal candle dish. And then this little tiny one we sell looks great in our diffuser dish.
It looks great in the bubble dish.
Yeah, such a great gift. So and people love this.
Throw a princess hand in there.
Yeah, it's a really great, it's a great price point, and these just evaporate. They're a beautiful gift. They smell like winter. Yeah, it's not like a Christmas scent where you don't want to burn it anymore once it's January 10th. It's just like, just keep burning it through March. Yeah. So it's all of these are really, I think, a safe winter scent, not just Christmassy.
Yep. And aside from candles, you guys should get the Petite soap and lotion for your like sink and for your mother's or your mother-in-law's sink. It is amazing. It smells like pine orange, and it's my very favorite all year round, but specifically this time of year, there's nothing more that takes me to Sundance in a snap like that soap and lotion. I love it.
It's so good.
You'll smell your hands the rest of the day. It's crazy.
I read that there was a study done, and in your home, scent contributes to your mood more than anything else.
I believe it.
So
truth.
That's why I thought of that and feel like we had to give it to everybody.
It also feels like a luxury. If you're like, you know what, I'm going to start a movie. I'm going to go light a candle. I'm going to get my favorite drink or treat, and I'm going to just sit down. There really is something about lighting that candle. It's almost like you feel like you're lighting a fire.
Yeah.
You know,
it's
it does
cozy and
very
warm.
ritualistic.
Yeah, your shoulders get put down. So yeah, you're right. Along with decking the halls, you've got to remember to light a scent. Totally. Oh, well, you guys, we could not be more excited for this year's holiday lineup. We've loved putting this up on the showroom floor and wanted to bring it to you first. So I hope that these decorating tips have been fun to hear, and hopefully it's been fun for you to see the inspiration behind our holiday. And if you want, you can go and check it out at alicelanehome.com and snatch something before it sells out. Happy holidays to you all. If it's not too early, we couldn't be more excited. And if you guys have any questions for us on the podcast, you can send those to Dear Alice at alicelanehome.com, and we'll catch you guys next time. Hey, thanks for listening. If you like our show, please leave a 5-star rating.